What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Exciting day today. We have Dimension Fence, friends of mine, here today, and they are going to be putting in our new gate and fence system. So we got a 25-foot powered sliding gate here, and it's going to be all solar powered. And it'll have automatic close, we'll have clickers in all the trucks, and there'll be a keypad right over there. So they're getting started today, and they're going to set posts today, and then they're going to come back in 2 or 3 days and build it all. So I am very excited about this. This is going to be amazing. So the gate is here, and then there's 140 feet or 150 feet of fence that go from here all the way to our property line over there. So I no longer will need these mafia blocks over here. And so I just laid it out for them with my rover where everything went. And then this is the gate over here. I'll show you guys. This is the aluminum sliding gate. It's very heavy duty. Costs a little more to do a gate like this, but like everything on this project, I'm trying to do it once. So this gate is, I don't know what the cantilever is on it. I don't know if it's, well, this container is 45 feet long, so this is 40 foot, so I don't know what that means, but I mean the gate is 26 feet actually, sorry. But it rides in this really thick, heavy duty groove. It's really heavy duty. I'm really excited about this. So I just can't wait to just be able to click a button and have it open for us. So it's gonna be really nice. So I'll update later as things get going. I'm not gonna be able to stay here, so, but I wanted to at least see how it looked before they started. So it'll be 6 foot high chain link fence. Eventually, this is way down the road, but eventually this gate may get moved back there closer to our area, because my ultimate goal with this is to have some rental properties or leased space here of some sort. I don't know what that timeline looks like, but then I would want a gate here and I would want a gate back there because I want this to be separate. So eventually this gate, you know, could be 5, 8 years, whatever, move down there, and then we'll have 2 gates, and we'll probably get a bigger gate for here. But right now 25 foot, or I guess it's 26 foot is going to be totally good for us. So all right, guys, checking back in here, and got some posts set. So they were here for really not that long. It's amazing how fast they do this, but they were short 2 posts. So they're gonna set those when they come back. So this is the opening width. So from this big post to that big post, and I had them put a real big tall one here so that we can mount that light on it and mount our camera on it. So that's gonna be really nice to have that. Really, really happy with that. And then, yeah, man, I'm really happy with the width of that. Holy cow, that's really, really nice. I don't remember what this is. I think these are 2 8-foot gates, maybe 8-foot gates. I don't know. But my guys this afternoon are gonna pull this one out. But that is very nice and straight. And they're gonna make it flat with the driveway and flat without there. It dips down right here, so then I can fill that in and make it look really nice with the grade. Really happy with that. So, oh yeah, that's gonna be the new opening, which you can totally fit 2 vehicles passing through there, which is no problem. That's gonna be actually phenomenal. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to be able to fit 2 vehicles. So, yeah. So if this gate ends up moving back there, then we'll get this wider. I can push it to like here and get a 30-foot gate in there. But I think this size is going to be more than adequate for us. So it's going to really clean up the entrance. I'm super, super happy with this and excited. So Thursday they'll come back and they will do the chain link and set the gate and all kinds of stuff Thursday and Friday, I think. I don't know how long it's going to be, how long they need, but yeah, looks good. So yeah, one more post there and one more down there. They were one short for whatever reason or another, but we'll walk down here and check this out. So on my site plan, I do have fencing that goes from this corner all the way down the property line, which is, I don't know how many feet that is, but it's pretty darn far. And I don't know when I'll do that, but yeah, I'm not sure when I'll do that. They basically, yeah, it goes from right there all the way down the property line. I may like do a little bit every year just as money allows, just to slowly fence it in. I think that would be really, really nice to do. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I should have went with black fence, but I didn't. I actually think what I am going to do is get those black slats and slat this whole thing and then do a fence screen, it's called. It's like a mesh thing, and I'm gonna put that on the gate with our logo and everything. I think that's what my plan is to do with that. And if I hate the way that looks, I can always pull the slats. I mean, we'll do a section, see how it looks, but I could always do that and then paint this galvanized metal if I wanted to black. And then the rest of the fencing I could do black, but I don't know. I think this is gonna look good. I don't know. It's like everything else. You just second guess every decision you make. I frankly kind of forgot about the possibility of it being black until one day I'm like, oh, it could be black. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I didn't order the gate black. Well, now the gate's not black. It could have been powder coated, which costs us a lot more money, like a lot more. But, you know, whatever. I don't know. I think this is going to look good. I'm really excited about that giant pole to be able to put a light on. And eventually I might just run electric to it. But the solar has been working good. And I might get something bigger solar powered wise. I don't know. We'll see. The solar, I've been having no issues with the solar. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. I could even mount a flag on that or something if I wanted to. But all right, guys. Well, I'll check back in Thursday when more of the fence is going up. Good morning, guys. I don't know if whatever, I'm leaving these on because they're connected to my phone, but hope you're doing well. So the fence, let's see, it's Thursday now. They started on Monday, put all the posts in, like I said, like I had just filmed. They're coming back today to work on the fence. And at the same time, I've been doing some wheeling and dealing, and I was able to secure more millings, and I think they are coming today. So logistically with the fence guy, it's not ideal, but I called him and I said, listen, man, like, these millings are coming, and when millings come, you don't say no. So I am going to be here today to pretty much all day probably, and I'm going to coordinate where the trucks go and where I want them to dump and start grading it out. I brought my track machine back from another job site that it was sitting at, and then this morning I went through and kind of marked where I need the grade to be and where it is right now. So let me turn you around, and you know what, I'm not going to be able to turn around. So what I did is I went around in some areas that are low. Like right here, it's 5 or 6 inches low. Over there, it's like 1 inch low. And then this area is pretty good. That spot right there with the dot that's what I need to grade to. This area here is 2 inches low, 3 inches low, and then it kind of tapers to that. And you know what? I didn't check in here. I think this area right here is pretty good. I got kind of this is where the parking lot splits. It goes this way and this way. So I got a little bit of a hole here, and you can see where the water has sat. So I'm gonna fill that in. I got a low spot over there. I got a low spot right there. Needs to be up about 6 inches. And then it kind of slopes that way. And then this slope, it's hard, well, yeah, you can see it. It kind of slopes up here, right? So this is 679 elevation, and the floor is 683 finished floor height. So that's 4 feet of grade change from the top of the building pad to down here. And so we have a nice slope that comes up. You can see the cross section like that. So that area right here is pretty dialed, actually. I just went through and checked it again. I could use a little bit over there. I know I need like 2 loads back there. I need 2 loads up there. And then the rest of this is coming this way. So, and then it kind of goes like this and then comes out and that way. And so I need to stay pretty flat coming off the building pad. I need to stay pretty flat all the way out to, I made a mark. You can see that mark right there. And where did I make the other one? Right here. So this area from here, that way, needs to be just 1 foot of slope from where my, let's see, where does it have to go from? It goes from this point to that line, which is 30 feet. That needs to be the same elevation as up here. Well, I'm sorry, a foot of grade change. So the only thing I don't like about this grade plan is I don't like the slope that's going to go from here to down there. It's going to be a pretty steep slope. I don't like it. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, right now I'm not going to do anything about it, but down the road I'm going to think about how I can, most likely we'll end up building like a retaining wall, like right here and right here, and building that side up. I'm most likely, eventually I would like to build a big old retaining wall from the edge of my parking lot all the way down that way and curve it all the way around the building. And have like this raised area here for landscaping, and then have a really beautiful wall over there. I'm not sure what material I want to build it out of, but it would be a very big retaining wall. So I don't know. That's down the road, but it's most definitely something that will probably happen eventually, and it would look incredible from the street over there. That's why like the material that I choose for it is going to be really important, because I wanted to make a statement. Now, I did think about the company that makes these blocks, Ozinga. They have a new block form that's like really nice. It's like, I don't know if it's like, they look like big Legos. And that would be really cool to build that wall out of, but I think I might want something more decorative, like a natural stone, or I don't know. That's going to be down the road, where the wall will be up as high as the building, and it'll start literally right here and go straight down the building and raise this whole side up, and then we'll have this really cool upper landscape area, and it will then turn this way, and the parking lot will slope up around that way. So I think that's what I want. I might create some terracing down here, because frankly what I think is going to happen is we have employee parking is going to either be like right over here, or I'm going to move it over there. But initially I had planned on our employee parking being in this space right here, which would be basically from like here to there. Fuel tanks would be over there, and then all of our employees would park like this. I actually need to paint lines as part of this whole project. We have to have like 5 parking spots painted, but it doesn't have to be paved or painted. So anyways, so I don't know. Honestly, after today, it's going to be like, okay, this is what it looks like. What do we think? Because this slope, it goes from like this grade, and it's a pretty fast slope going up that way. And I think it's going to feel weird, but that's how it's designed, and I can always do other stuff later. So, What else was I gonna say? So yeah, I'll get some coverage of them putting the fence in and gate in. I'm gonna start removing those blocks up there now because I got a little while before the trucks start coming. So I'm gonna bring my track machine over here and park it, and then as they come, I'm just gonna keep pushing it across this way, and then we'll have enough millings to finish up around our pad over there and over there. And then I will probably cap off the current concrete that we have over there, which has been going really well. I'll walk over there and show you guys. I'm gonna grab my drink here a minute. I just cannot explain to you how excited I am that we're getting these millings. It's a cool story how I made the connection, but it really comes down to, like, you constantly have to be like asking people what's going on, you know, who's getting this, are you interested in coming to dump, blah, blah, blah. So you can see this whole side of the pad is about 6 inches low, so I'll lose a load of millings right here. So I'm actually going to remove this stake and tape. This has been 2.5 weeks since this pad was done. So this whole side, this area here, is about 6 inches low now from the concrete that's been brought in. And I got to push these 2 loads that came, just like clay and brick and stuff. I'm going to push these 2 loads in here today. I'm going to grade that out today. And then I'm going to put a few loads of millings over here. I might slowly get the millings, like, you know, I can get like 6 or 8 feet worth of millings here. I just got to go through with the track machine and push down the concrete a little bit, but it's really low enough. It just doesn't, it's not set in there really nice. So I'll get in there and fix that. I'm going to do a bunch of machine work today. And then get the millings, you know, graded right up to the parking lot here. And again, we can get like 6 or 8 feet flat out here. And then again, I keep taking concrete and brick, and we keep laying it in here, and it makes a nice base. And we have a bunch of area back here. So the amount of space here is absolutely amazing. So basically what I want to make sure I do is I don't want the concrete too high to where if we decide to extend this pad out and I want to pull the millings off to get down to grade, I don't want to be fighting the concrete below. So that's what I'm trying to prevent, which should be no issue. So all right, well, I'm going to get in the track machine and start doing some work. All right, we're about 10 or 12 loads in, I think. It's going really good. Still got about 3 trucks on it, so sometimes I have to wait a little while, but it's not bad. So, working my way towards those blocks right now to fill in this slope, and it's going good. Try and I don't have a tripod or anything to watch me push stone, but I'll see if I can do it like this. We'll see how hard it is to film with one hand. That's pretty decent for now. So from that's the front of the porch in the building, and then I have a line painted right there, and that distance needs to be, well, really from there to there, I'll have to look, it's about 1 foot of grade change. So I'll have to get my rover and see where I'm at right here, and just check and see what the elevation is. I might do that right now while I'm waiting for another load. All right, well, I just got that out, and I don't know why I didn't show you guys that, but I just checked where we're at, and I checked, where did I have it? I had it right here, and which is this line right here, and I am 3 inches high, which is totally fine. It'll probably compact that much, but that's going to be a perfect amount. This is exactly where I need to be right here. So that was really happy to see that. So then the rest of this just tapers out. So here comes another truck now. All right, guys. So we're done getting loads for today. Started again tomorrow. Got 20 loads today. So this grade will continue now, and then it will have to taper off this way, which I don't like it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't like the grade, but I'll figure it out later. We're gonna have to get some more dirt over here, which we can find that. We'll get that eventually, but I'm gonna need more dirt over there because my gravel is gonna be 3 feet higher than the dirt there. So I don't know, we'll figure that out. But anyways, we basically went from like right there to here. So I mean, right there in the middle, it's a 3 foot fill. So we did some grading over here, and so I bet you we need 5 to 10 more loads there. I'm pointing over here, but 5 to 10 more loads here. I need another load for just low spots out in here. I want 2 loads or 3 loads over there. I need 2 loads over here. So that would be 30 loads, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And they said we could probably get 50 loads. So the rest of it I will use to do the backside of the bin pad there up to where I have it graded. Like I talked about this morning, we'll do, I'll be able to get all the way to like here, and then I'm gonna do this backside here, and the rest I'm gonna just stockpile. I might stockpile it literally here so that as we get concrete, I can keep covering that up. So that is just so amazing. And really, I actually could do a good bit back here and get it graded all the way to the edge of the bin pad. I didn't think about that actually, which could use a fair amount. It's too big of a fill to be, I mean, I guess if I had 200 loads, then I would just fill this with millings, but there's no sense in like wasting the millings for something like that. So like here, it's probably 2 feet low or 1.5 feet low. So if I move my burn pile, push that just into the mud, I could fill this whole area with millings. So I could probably use 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 loads could get this done. So that's, what is that? 40 loads. So maybe I'll have 10 loads extra. So, and I mean, I told the guy if I could get 100 loads, I'd take them. So if I got another 50 loads, I would just stockpile them back over here or back here. So this is just, honestly, it's an answer to prayer to be getting all these for free. So it's such a blessing. So I'm gonna walk over there by the gate. The guys have been working on the gate and the fence all day, and they have it closed. The gate is shut right now. It doesn't have the chain link on it, but we'll go check that out. Alright, so there's keypad. Got two nice ballards there. That's that post. I had them add 10 feet of fence on that side because I thought it needed it. Here's the big gate. 150 feet of chain link. Tomorrow they just set this bracket right here to mount the motor on and everything. There's a bunch of sensors that have to go on yet, but the big sliding aluminum gate. This thing slides so nice. Just cannot wait to show you guys how smooth it is. So it looks really nice because he made the fence level where the gate is, and then it kind of comes up on the grade, and it's really smooth and clean. It just looks really, really nice. High enough off the ground for probably 6-8 inches of snow before he would even touch it, which is really cool. So yeah. So tomorrow they'll be back and they're going to mount the motor. They're going to do a bunch of sensors. There's a sensor that has to get dug in the stone like 80 feet out so that when a truck comes up, it will open it and then automatically close behind it. So I'll update tomorrow after this gets done, and then this thing gets chain link on it too yet, but they'll work on that tomorrow. What is up, guys? So day 2 here of spreading millings. That's a horrible angle for you, sorry. It's about 11 o'clock now, and I've gotten probably, if I were to guess, 15 more loads today. I was not here all morning. I had a guy here spreading it out and watching the trucks come, but now I'm back now for the rest of the day, and they're all he left, so we have enough over there. I just dumped one more load. I might have another one over there. We got one over there to spread out. We got a spare one up there. I'm at the point in my life where I have spare loads of millings, and I'm just saying that's the coolest thing. Absolutely, just the coolest thing ever. We got the south end of the pad graded out. I think it could use another load over there. And now right now I'm covering up the area that we have been dumping concrete, and then I'm going to make a 6 or 8 foot wide strip here because we have concrete there. And then after that I'm going to start stockpile. Actually, I'm going to dump 2 loads right over here for parking lot things that I'd like to make better, and then after that we're going to start just stockpiling it. So busy on the machine today, so let's go. Well, we are about 2 o'clock on Friday, and 2 o'clock on Friday, and I've lost track of how many loads we've gotten, but as you can see, I have the whole back side of the bin pad filled in, which this is all like 2 feet thick here. That's a 4 foot drop off after the millings there, and then I'll just keep taking concrete. So now I've been taking some, I got concrete here I've been filling in the backside so that it's supported on the backside of the pad, and so I was going to try and get all the way down there, just so that was backfilled. And then after that we're just going to pile it up here. That's my plan. I don't know if I'm going to pile it up there or if I'm going to pile it up at the end of the bin pad here. I might do that. I got the load that I want sitting over there. I got 2 loads sitting over there. And this end of the pad is completely filled in and graded. And so now, I mean, this is all that's left. Oh, and I have 2 loads all the way up by the fence, by the gate actually, because I need that for, we're going to dig out some grass up there and extend the parking lot to the fence in this section over there. So I'm really in good shape. I This is insane. I can't believe that we got this many. This had to have been every bit of 60 loads so far. I don't really know, but I'm hoping they keep bringing it. I'm gonna just tell the guy, hey man, like, yeah, if you want to bring stuff on Monday, I'll take another 20 loads. So, you know, I don't care. And if that's the case, then I'll pile it all up somewhere over here. I don't think I'm actually going to go here because I have guys from all over the area, landscapers and whatever, that are come and dump their brick here. And we'll use that as sub base. So we got the clay, then we use 2-3 feet of brick, concrete, and then cover it up with these millings. And get this whole back of this pad done. So this area back here, my ultimate goal here is then to take dirt and whatever and whatever, any kind of material. I might keep taking concrete and brick, and I might get a crusher bucket from AD Equipment. I'm not sure yet. I want to work through that with them, because there's always people always need places to dump that stuff, and then if I could process it, I could turn it into some kind of usable material for whatever. And so I have a lot of space to do things here that just could be good opportunities. So I believe it's 50 feet from the back of this pad to my property line, which I think it's about 50 feet. So, or we're going to store our bulk, bagged material back here. I mean, literally there's a million things we could do in this space. So, yeah, that's why as we are able to make it into usable space, we're going to make it into usable space. So, yeah, I could probably take all these stakes and this caution tape down, because this has been almost, Monday will be 3 weeks since they poured this. So you could totally drive on here with anything now. And we had some really nice hot days. So, yeah, I mean, we're ready to build our bins. So. But honestly, for me, it's like that's a perfect thing to do in the winter. It's a perfect thing to do because it doesn't require anything. I mean, just equipment and the blocks. So that would be a good thing to work on that'd be a week's worth of work for the guys. So that's your update for now. The fence, the gate. So they're going to be back. They came today. They did a couple minor things. They mounted the motor. He's waiting on another bracket, and then they send him the wrong parts for the chain brackets or something. And then he has a guy that will come and program it all. So they're going to come back next Thursday and finish all at once instead of just coming back Monday. He said he could have some of the parts Monday, and I said, dude, yeah, just come back when it makes sense for you. So it is operational as far as like we can pull it and stuff. And actually, I'm gonna go up there because I need to move a couple of the blocks up there while I'm waiting for the next load. So I'll go up there and I'll show you how it looks now. All right, so they got this little section added here. Got the caps on everything. Got a chain bracket or a lock bracket on there. This is the LiftMaster motor. That's all mounted and backfilled concrete. So there's going to be sensors. There'll be like an eye sensor that gets put on here and here to sense if somebody were to walk here, it won't let you close. Let's see. There is. Shoot, what was the other thing you said? There's some kind of sensor, like a bump sensor here. This is going to get chain link on it. This is the brackets that he didn't have, that they sent him the wrong ones. But look at how easy this is. Like, just one-handed, man. So, yeah, that is so dialed. just so dialed. So I mean, I hardly have to put any effort into that. What's sick is these are all stainless steel or stainless steel bearings. No maintenance at all. So sick. Another load of Millings. So I had to tell him where to dump. But yeah, so this thing is really, there'll be another pole he's gonna put over here or something. But the chain is all wired down and it just looks really nice, guys. So I'm gonna dig out this grass right here, this area from the Millings to the fence, and this will all be parking lot here. And then our landscape bed will kind of comes through the fence there, and we'll have landscaping inside over here, which I think will look really nice. So, but I'm gonna dig all this out next week, and these 2 loads of Millings I'll put in here so that this is all much more cleaned up. So, oh, and then the keypad has to get mounted and programmed and a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm gonna move these blocks and go push those 2 loads of Millings that they have over there. What an incredible Friday. I am so happy. What up, guys? It's a beautiful Monday. We ended up with a little time for some guys in our schedule, and I'm having somebody rip this all up with the Harley rake. We sprayed it all about 2 weeks ago, and so he's Harley raking it all to till it up, and then we're gonna grade it really nice, and we're gonna try and seed this week. So I wasn't gonna seed it this year, but I got a really good window to do it, and so we're gonna do it. But the power company is gonna dig a big trench here. There'll be a transformer that mounts here. And they're gonna trench this way to the building later. So we're gonna seed all this area inside of this. We're gonna seed everything, but erosion mat only. Only the stuff that I know isn't gonna get dug up anymore. I was gonna hydro seed it, but I was gonna pay somebody to do that because we had no time. But now I have a little bit of time, and so we're gonna do it ourselves. So I don't remember what I showed in the last clip, but I think I did. Yeah, we have all the Millings, and now we're getting more today. So I got 3 loads here and another load farther over there. We got a spare load here, which to even say that I have spare loads of Millings is like the craziest thing, but I just feel so thankful for that. But we need more dirt over here. I got to find a source for some more dirt. It doesn't have to be anything pretty, but I need dirt. This is like a 3-foot drop off right here. So I need to fill this all up. And then the slope that's over there is what I need to continue this way. So we're not going to seed any of this because this is going to get messed up yet. But we're going to seed like to this corner and then a diagonal that way. I don't know if we'll seed any on the back of the building. I don't know if it makes sense. And then we're going to seed that pond back there. But right now we're just tearing it up and just breaking things up, and that's good. So then the rest of the Millings that they're bringing, we're making a big stockpile right there, and I started that this morning. Well, I was gone for a while this morning. I had some things to do, but I'm just stockpiling it over there, and we're just gonna keep piling it up. I think that's good a spot as any to put it. And I drove the loader on the pad for the first time, which is so exciting. Today is 3 weeks since they poured this, so 21 days. That's should be no problem. We should be able to drive a semi on this now, as far as I'm concerned. But so that's super cool to see that thing on here for the first time. Yeah, so I'm making a ramp and we're piling it up there. This is ready to build our bins whenever we want to take the time. And I don't want to waste the Millings just filling this in, because I have plenty of landscapers around us that are bringing their cut brick and everything here, and they can dump here for free. And so yeah, just keep waiting on that. I know I've probably talked about that on 97 other clips of this episode. So that's what's going on today. This episode is going to have a lot of different parts, from the millings to the gate and seating. So that's okay. We'll make it a long one for you guys, and if you don't like it, too bad, so sad. All right, well, it's a beautiful Monday. It was 65 degrees this morning, and it's just awesome weather. So I know what I want to do. So over here, let me walk over here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So basically what my plan shows is a parking area over by the offices over here that has to get poured in concrete, and then lines painted on it and everything, which is fine. But basically what I want to do, that's 30 feet from the face of the building. And basically what my goal is to have a 30-foot apron across the whole front of the building. I doubt we're going to do that all at the same time, just for cost reasons. But I want to have the parking lot graded in such a way where if we do decide to do that we have the grade right. So what I did here, so this line right here is the front porch, okay? This is the face of the building, and then this is a covered porch area. It's 10 foot out, and it's just a little covered porch area. We'll have our door, we'll have some flower pots out here, whatever. And there's 20 feet of concrete then beyond this. This is 10 plus 20. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So like right here is where the concrete comes to for parking. And I have it graded where this is a foot lower than over there, which is per the spec, a foot of slope over that 30 feet, which is great. And so I want to currently, once I get to here, then it slopes faster in this section, which is really hard to see on the video. Hang on, the semi's coming over here. Sorry, I had to talk to that semi driver. Anyways, so right now this is a foot of slope from the 30 feet, foot of slope. And over here, it's more of the slope is more gradual coming up to the edge of the building. This is flatter over here. But I had them dump 3 loads here because I'm going to make this exact grade across the whole face, so that if I decide that I want to pour the concrete all the way across and just do the apron across the whole face, that it's ready to do that. So that's why I have these 3 loads here, because that's what I think I need to do this. So what I'm going to do is get my rover out and get a line painted for where that has to go to, and then I'm going to check the grade and see how we are doing for that. So I think the loads, this is my mark that I just made. They're just right outside that mark. I think this is going to work out really good. I want the apron to be a consistent slope across the whole thing. And I think a foot of slope over 30 feet is totally fine. That's more than enough, and it won't look weird also at the same time. So that's what I'm going to prep for, and it'll be like that. And so that's what I'm going to work on while I'm directing all these semis. I just had them dump another load right here in case I want to do some different grade changes here. So in the civil plan, this grade is much lower here, and it kind of curves this way, and then this is steeper here. And to me, that just seemed completely pointless and didn't make any sense to me. So I got to consult with my civil engineer, but I want to just continue the slope flat across, and then the dirt will just slope off from there. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So, all right, we're going to get to work. All right, guys, end of the day, Monday. We have ourselves a ginormous pile of millings. I can't believe how much millings we have now. It's freaking crazy. For size, that's a semi-load right there. This is a huge pile we got. This was all from today. And it goes back there too. It's ginormous. This is all completely graded, ready for seed. Guys are gonna start seeding this tomorrow and covering it with erosion blanket, which I originally was going to hydroseed, but we have time to do this, and that's a big rock, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'd rather just get it done with my guys if I can, because I didn't think I was gonna have time before, but we have time, so we're gonna get it done. And another thing I did was graded out the piles up here. I think we talked about that earlier. And shot some grades after I was done. So basically what I did is I took this grade that I have here and I shot it all the way down. And now I have the 30 feet all the right grade. Now what I have to do is fill in from that grade down to there. So I have to blend it up. So I came across here and just marked some marks. This has to go up 3. This has to go up 5 inches. This has to go up 10 inches. This has to go up 12, 15, and 17. So basically what was happening was this was getting steeper as it went that way. So what I'm going to do is literally match exactly what I did there, match that all the way down now so that it is consistent all the way across. And it should blend out about the same, probably out to there, which I'll have to measure. I'll have to get my rover out and where the line is that I want it to match the parking lot. But it's fine. The only thing is, like what I'm seeing, of course, the parking lot comes down this way, right? So as you go down, it gets steeper the more you go this way. So that's why this is all like that. So I'm going to try. I may not get it exactly how on that side as it is over there, because the parking lot's significantly higher than it is here. I would argue this side of the parking lot is 2 or 3 feet higher than this. So, but I don't know. That's what I want this all to be the same. So we're just I'm gonna get, tomorrow we have more loads coming tomorrow. That same amount that we got, which was this load. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus whatever got dumped over there. I bet you there's 30 loads over there. So 30, 40 loads came today. So we'll get the same amount tomorrow and the same amount the next day. So tomorrow we're going to get a load in between every one of these markings. I'm going to push all those out, and I'm going to check grade again, and then I'll do the same thing in front of it and get it all blended out really nice in here. And then the rest of it will go in that pile. And then the last day, Wednesday, we're going to dump the rest of the loads on that side, so that when that area behind the pad gets filled in with concrete, we can push it all over there instead of hauling it all the way from there over there. So just phenomenal. So, well, that's your end of the day update. All right, guys, Tuesday morning, got a bunch of netting delivered. This has all been seeded now, fertilized, started a fertilizer. And guys are picking up some piles of rocks around that they hand raked up and picked up. Our buddies from Arbor Tech are here, and they're taking down that tree right there. Arbor Tech. And then they're going along. I got a big dead branch up there. I got some trees over here that overhang the road, and I don't like them. And so I'm having him take some of those down. I think this one on the corner here we're taking out, which is, there's just some stuff like that's a broken off branch. And then there's stuff that's leaning over 231 that it needs to come down. And so they're going to trim all that up. And a few other trees that I want taken down. So getting rid of that. So yeah, this is just looking awesome. Super happy. I need to get some more seed around this, actually, if I can. I need a little more seed around this, so I need to remember to do that. Get some bumps here from the Harley rake, but it'll all smooth out. All right, well, I got more millings. I'm going to keep grading, and they're going to start seeding. Well, as if I couldn't have any more going on today, our well company showed up, and they're about to drill our well. This is crazy. So they're getting set up. The well's going right there. And yeah, it's going to be dialed. They're getting all set up. Wow. Stuff is happening. I don't really fully understand how this works, but they got work to do and I got work to do, so. Check back in a little bit. Got a little bit more millings to grade out, and here comes another load right now, so that's great. So dialed here. Oh my goodness. So what I'm doing now is adding about 12 inches of millings over the top of this whole thing, so I have a softer approach and a nicer grade. And then when I do my apron, it will all really be a nice grade. So. This is all the dirt coming out of the hole. That's all the dirt coming out of the hole. It's kind of like a sluice box, honestly. So we have a 5-inch well, and like I said, they're going to put in a temporary 110 pump so we can run it off a generator and have water. So, and then once the building gets done, then they'll trench from there all the way over there and into the building, and that's when we'll have our permanent water. But he said they'll go about hopefully 65 to 80 feet roughly, based on what they know about the area. Crazy. All right, so they said they went 72 to 110 feet and found good coarse sand, which is what they're looking for. And I don't know what they're doing now, but they pulled some of the drill bits out or whatever, the extensions. Now I'm assuming they must flush out the system or something, and then putting in this 5-inch pipe all the way down. I don't know. Whatever it is, this whole process is incredible. Guys are continuing to put down an erosion blanket over there. So that's looking real nice. Looking real nice. So those are the two screens at the end. And then I guess they put that sand around it once it's in there, and that helps like a pre-screen before the screens. I'm not sure where the pump sits inside of that, but down she goes. Sick. Priming the pipe, putting glue on it. Down she goes. So now they'll do that one, that one, and that one. That'd be, if those are 20 footers, that's 100 feet down. Plus the screen, so that's probably another 10 feet, so 110 feet down. Which is what he was talking about. Well, we got water. A lot of water. He told me we got 70 gallons a minute. That is amazing. That's a 4-inch line. So this is going to be the temporary pump that they're going to put in, and we will be able to then just run that off a generator, like I said. And yeah, incredible. So happy that we have lots of water. Huge day today, guys. Huge day. This has all got erosion blanket on it. They're finishing a little bit more over there to wrap up the day. Tree guys have taken down a bunch of trees and got the rest of the approach graded off, and the well is done. And it's right over there. And let me walk over there and got some more millings on our stockpile there. It was kind of a bummer. The last 4 loads of millings that I got were really chunky, like real chunky. I'm not sure if they got into a part of the road that was just like really falling apart, but it kind of made it hard to grade. But I ended up having to Harley rake it all to pull out most of the chunks, which there's still some chunks and stuff like that, but you can see them there. It's not, we don't have any chunks up here because this was really nice, but everything down here got really chunky. But once I roll it, it'll be really nice. I'm gonna get a roller here at some point and roll the whole parking lot. But now this is looking so good. So the edge of the building is here, and it come out another 30 feet with our apron, and then it slopes down, as you can see. So you can kind of see the slope there, how it comes up on the blocks there. So it's really nice. So yeah, well is done. Very good news on the well. They found water at 70 feet. And I think it's 100 foot deep, or 100, I think they went 105 feet or 110 feet deep. And they put a temporary pump in for us, so that's temporary. I just got to wire a plug to that, and then we can put a generator on it, and we can pump water out. And he said that the well was 70 gallons a minute out of that bad boy. So that's crazy. So when I'm ready, eventually when the building's done, then they'll come here, they'll trench from here to the building with the line and the electric, and then they're going to come back with another line that then I could attach to our poly pipe puller and poly pipe pull all the way over to the bin pad, because then I want to put a water spigot over there. So yeah, we are in great shape. You never know with the well. You don't know if, I mean, he was pretty confident that he was going to be able to have a good water here. But still, you don't know. So that was awesome. Well, this is so nice to see this. Got an erosion blanket on it, and it's going to be awesome to see this start growing some grass here soon. So, all right, well, I'm going to pack up for the day, and yeah, catch you on the next update, I guess. Wednesday afternoon, back pond. Check. All done. Very, very happy that this is done. Looks real nice. Now I'm gonna have to keep my son off of it with his quad, but he'll be all right. He's gonna have to just stay off of it. So now the ponds are seeded. Erosion control, done. Approach coming up to the building, done. All around the building, done. Well is done. Got a potential source for a bunch of black dirt in the works. And the guys are gonna go up in the front and do a little bit of repair work up there and some seeding and erosion mat. And we're trying to get all this done this week, because after Labor Day, we're going to be on jobs for the rest of the season. So we had time, and I'm glad we took the time to get this done. So got my millings pile, our stockpile all pushed up and looking nice. So I bet you there's every bit of 50 loads right there, maybe 60 loads. That's a nice pile to have in stock. Never thought I'd say that, but that's how it is. So I got the ramp done so that if we ever get more, we can just keep pushing it up. These blocks will all move eventually back to our pad whenever I get time to do that. But that's kind of low on the list of to-dos right now. So we'll do that when we run out of everything else to do. So. All right, well, that's kind of your Wednesday update, and I'll probably be back over here next week. I don't know. The gate is getting finished tomorrow, and so maybe I'll be able to get some of that, and then we'll wrap this one up. So much has gone on in this video. I know it's a long one, but that's okay. Welcome back. Well, not welcome back. I mean, this is how many days later? This is 4 days since last week Thursday. We're Monday, Labor Day, and I'm back at my property today to kind of do an update and show you what got done last week Thursday and Friday. I was out of town. Went and saw my brother in Arizona, and went to a doctor's appointment for my son in California, and traveled around a little bit. Actually, it's kind of a busy couple of days, but back in town, and I wanted to come here today when I didn't have a million things going on tomorrow, and kind of show you guys what happened. So Friday we ended up having a bunch of dirt brought to the property, and I'll show you guys that. And also our gate is completely done and functional, and also the guys got a bunch more erosion blanket done and seeding done, and so I just wanted to show everybody that. We'll wrap this video up after that, but yeah, like a lot of stuff happened. So let me turn you around and show you all this dirt that got brought here. First load of dirt that got dumped, and I'm just looking at this now. Yeah, it got dumped a little too far that way, but we'll move it. It's gonna be okay. We got a lot of dirt. We got like, that's one, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20, 25, 27 loads. I'm not really sure. We got a bunch of dirt brought in. Kind of mess up the pad a little bit, but we'll grade this all out. It's no big deal. There's a couple areas. There's a little bit of a soft spot right there. I need to figure out what's going on with that, and it's a little softer here, but I don't know. I'm not sure how super concerned to be about that. I probably am going to do drive grit on this whole pad before they do concrete, just because I have it, and it's such a cheap insurance. But anyways, back to the dirt. This is awesome. So it's just like dirt from a job site. I don't know where it was, but oh, I know, it was in Cedar Lake, Indiana. But it's like perfect dirt for what I need. It's like kind of fill dirt. It's clean dirt. I mean, it's dry, and it'll be perfect for this. So what I'm trying to do is get the grade from here down to like the base of that pine tree. And right now it went like down like this, and I wanted it to be smooth. So I'm filling in that. And then over here I wanted to, so it's hard to tell, but there's a big slope from up there down to here, and I wanted to grade this slope out a lot nicer. And really what I want to do is take the grade basically from right here and just a nice soft slope, whereas before it was like this, and then like this, and then like this, and I want it to be a nice soft slope. And I might blend onto this netting, or take some of this netting and pull it back a little bit, just to get the grade to blend really nicely, but meh. I'll figure that out once I start grading this dirt out and seeing how I want it. But basically what we did was just dump piles tightly across here, and then I'll grade it all out. So I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to go back home and spend the rest of the afternoon with my family. But yeah, this is awesome. I definitely could take this same amount again. So we'll walk around to the other side and I'll show you guys what I'm kind of talking about. We did have some rain Thursday night, which is really great. I would imagine with how cool it's been, I bet you we might see some grass growing on that pond and the back pond this week even. Be nice to get a nice big rain now, just because everything is seeded now. But so this area, basically from the base of that tree up to there, has a little bit of a settlement in it, and we had a big borrow pit right there, so that's going to settle some. So I want to take a bunch of dirt in here still. So all this will kind of get graded out through here, and then the rest of it, I could literally use another 30 loads probably here and just feather this really, really nicely. And so I'm going to talk to the guy and see if we can get some more next week. Or technically it's this week. And then I have another source that I may be able to get some from too. So we'll wait and see on that. But I'm pretty sure I showed you this in another clip, but this whole area here is seeded. Honestly, I probably could use a little bit more dirt right on this edge right here. So I don't know. I'm not super worried about it right now. I could use like right in here. It gets a little bit too low in my opinion. And really this corner could be blended out a little bit nicer, but whatever. We'll see how much dirt we get. But last week I did take some millings in this. You can see where it's darker here. I did take some millings and basically make 10 feet of millings all the way around this backside. This was more like here before and kind of went on an angle just because we ran out. But now I have this tapered really nice. So there's 10 feet of driving here for sure, which will be great for when they build the building. And put those around the well to protect the well. And basically it's like this millings are about a foot higher than that. And then I just want to grade this all really nice. So, but now this was the area that I was quote unquote the most worried about, just because once the building is in, it's really hard to get these here. So yeah, I'm gonna this week, probably tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna come here and try and grade all of these out. My priority is gonna be this side, getting this right, and then maybe get some seed and blanket on that. And then again, working my way. I might need to take probably one of these loads and work it over here. But I need to move these blocks. I need to move, here, I'll walk it over here and show you this. I need to move this block, this block, this block, and this block. And then I'm going to push these millings a little bit farther to the edge, pretty much to where the netting is right now. Get the millings all in here. Then I'm going to take the dirt. And I'm going to take the dirt and I'm going to slope it, basically, which is the height of that, which is basically 2 feet high. And I'm going to slope it then into the retention pond and slope this so that it's nice and mowable. Probably take 2 of these semi-loads and dump them over here. And that should work out really, really nicely, actually. So I wouldn't call this black dirt. Like, obviously it's not black, but I would say it's clay. I don't know what it is. It's definitely clay dirt. Definitely not black topsoil. But frankly, I don't. This will be fine. I mean, this will be totally fine for what I need it for. So let's walk up over by the gate, because I didn't really look at that very much when I came in, and I did use the keypad to drive through my gate, which was absolutely unbelievable. So let's go over there and show you guys the gate. What? We got ourselves an automatic gate. Oh my goodness. This thing is so smooth. Wow. Really, really nice. It has sensors on it, so it can't hit anyone. These are like eyes, kind of like your garage door. And if someone were to walk through this while this is opening, it would stop. Which is really, really nice. We have a keypad over there, and we have there's another sensor right over there, and we have clickers, and we have, so the trucks can open the gate if they need to. Obviously they will, and it's all solar powered. So those are the two solar panels right there, and it powers the gate. Be interested to see how many times we can get an open and a close out of it. But yeah, we had the guys dig all this dirt out, and we used it over there and over there, and we used it over there, and we used it here. But then we filled all this in with the 2 loads of millings that was here. And so I want to do a little more grading here just to clean it up. It could use a little bit of touching up, but it is this is just absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna go get a clicker, and I might just open my gate just because I can. All right, I'm on the other side of the gate. I might sit here all day and just open and close my gate. I mean, could that be any cooler? Oh, I must have clicked it. Whoops. I clicked it while I was messing with my camera. Sorry, there we go. Now it's opening. So it does like a soft start and soft stop, which is so sick. And then it will automatically close after you, like a certain amount of time, but also once you go through it, it will close. But I don't know what the lag time is. It's irrelevant, but it will close automatically. So we also have a keypad here, which is 6. So somebody can. So the first time I went through here, I didn't have my clicker because they were in the trucks waiting for me because I wasn't here when they finished this. But I just pulled up here. He set this nice and high so that I could get it from my truck. They measured our trucks to kind of find an average of height, and put this thing kind of higher so that it was easy to come over here and punch in the code and don't have to reach down super far. And this thing is fully dialed. There it goes. It's starting to close now. So it's so quiet. Like, I cannot get over how quiet it is. And those are all ball bearing stainless steel. You can't really see them, but stainless steel wheels and bearings, require no grease, no maintenance. And this thing is just so clean. Got our camera up there. I'm gonna get another camera that faces this way, which I already have one over there. I have cameras everywhere on this property, so I need to take my chain out of here, my chain and lock that's sitting over there from before. It's really a clean setup with the solar panels and everything. It's really clean. So you can see the guys took the millings and filled it in along under the fence there, so that looks really nice. And now what I'm probably going to do is when we get the next load of dirt, I'm going to have them dump a load of dirt right here, because we could use a full load in here and really get this all sloping basically from there down to there, so that the water gets funneled to the culvert pipe, and then seed all this so that it looks really nice. Yeah, wow, this is just, I'm so happy. Let's open it again. It is literally silent. I cannot believe how quiet it is. It is. This is literally a year in the making. Me and Ray from Dimension Fence, which shout out to Dimension Fence right here. Here's their number. Me and him literally started talking about this a year ago, and it took us so long to get this thing dialed in and then get the permit from the county, and it's just crazy, but just punched it again, because why not? Just why not? Now watch, if I go through, I think the sensors will stop it. Yeah, sensor stopped it, and it's opening back up. Dude, that's so sick. So nice. Wow. I literally, like, I can't stop, like, smiling about how amazing that is. Maybe we'll I don't know what the angle is here, but maybe we'll just close the gate again. Yeah. No big deal. It's no big deal. So awesome. All right, well, I'm going to walk over down the street here on the other side over here by the pond where we got a bunch of trees taken out, and I'll show you guys what we got seeded and graded and cleaned up over there. So as you can see, which I already told you that, this was all blanketed and seeded, but then we did some grading here, got this all looking nice. Guys did some seeding through here, just from all the driving back and forth. It just got messed up. So they did this. Then we had a stump ground over here. So they blanketed and seeded all that. And up in here, this is where we did a bunch of work over here. So. And for reference, the building pad is all the way over there. So they graded and seeded all of this area. We had a few trees taken down over here, and it was all messy, scrubby trees that just didn't look nice. And I also had them take some cobblestones, and we put some cobblestone or kind of around this culvert pipe, which that probably could use a little bit more, frankly. And then they graded this whole area here. Again, there was stumps and trees, and then they put a bunch of rock all around this area here, because there's a pipe here where water comes out of, and they cut that out and then put we got some cobblestone from a job, and we just laid that all in there, just kind of create a little bit of a waterway. When it rains a lot, there's a lot of water that flows out of that. So I think it's a broken culvert pipe of some sort. I really couldn't figure it out, and I'm not really sure what happened, and I didn't really want to dig up a huge area because I don't really mind what they've done here or what is happening. So I just kind of let it naturally do what it needs to do, and it drains right into there. You can see draining right into there just constantly. I think there's two stakes over here, and I think what happened is, I think at one point that pipe went from there to here. These stakes I did not put in here. And when it rains really hard in the spring, water is flying out of there and coming out of here. It's really interesting, and I'm pretty sure that maybe somebody came from the county and like messed with that. I'm not really sure, but either way, we did what we did here, and my ultimate goal here is I'm going to do some more landscaping and trees and stuff and really make this look pretty. And we had a dead tree taken out there, and then like I said, there was 3 or 4 trees here that were just, they were nasty. So took them out, cut down all the or grinded all the stumps out, and then I had the guys grade it all and seed it. And I can't wait to see this all grow in with grass. So, and then next year I'll probably landscape this more and create some mulch beds and tie that tree in with a few other things in here, and maybe another spruce tree, or I don't know, maybe a hemlock. I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I'm just going to keep beautifying this whole stretch of road here. So, all right, guys. Well, let's walk back by the truck and probably head out of here. So, well, guys, might as well open it one more time. Because I can. And we'll wrap this video up. It's just so cool. This was supposed to be only the gate install video, but ended up being a lot of other things. And I know it was a long one, but there was a lot of stuff that happened in this video. And a lot of really exciting stuff that happened. So, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about. I'll try and answer. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.